Some characters don't break all at once. They break slowly, like a rope, fraying strand by strand until there's nothing left to hold on to. That's Fang Zheng.
In the first essay, we talked about goodness, how rare it is, and how violently this world reacts to it. And this time, we're not looking at a hero. We're looking at a boy who tried to be a good brother in a world that had already moved on without him. And if Feng Yuan is clarity without compassion, Fang Zheng is compassion without clarity. This is the story of what happens when goodness keeps reaching out long after the other hand has let go.
Fang Zheng isn't the strongest, or the smartest, or even the most tragic, but he's the one who shows you what happens when a good boy grows up in a world that does not reward goodness. And it all begins with a moment of hope. When his uncle and aunt offer to adopt the two brothers, Fang Zheng's face lights up in a way that feels out of place for this novel. He says, "Father, Mother," like he's been saving those words his entire life and finally gets permission to use them. The first time I read it, I had to pause. There's something almost uncomfortable about how much he wants this, how exposed that hope makes him. Then he turns. "Big brother?" And Fang Yuan, without a flicker of emotion, turns around and walks away. No explanation, no hesitation, just absence. Fang Zheng stands there, caught between joy and confusion, as if something bright had finally arrived, and his brother refused to look at it. Some boys would give up there. Fang Zheng doesn't. There's a part of him that believes, stubbornly, beautifully, that if he just says the right thing, if he just reaches deep enough, he can pull his brother back toward the light. So during the liquor worm dispute, when tensions are high and money's on the line, Fang Zheng tries again, not with anger or accusation, not with strategy, with conscience. Kindness begets kindness, brother. It's a simple line, quiet, almost naive, and for a moment, the scene holds its breath. But Fang Yuan answers with something colder than cruelty.
"What I do does not require your understanding."
And Fang Zheng, he doesn't argue. He doesn't plead. He just whispers, "I cannot understand you." Then he walks away. There's a memory Fang Zheng keeps returning to. Not because it's dramatic, but because it's all he has. The awakening ceremony. He slips into the river. People laugh. A young Fang Yuan pulls him out, pats his back and says,
"The road to the future will be interesting."
Fang Zheng builds an entire emotional universe from that sentence. He hears warmth in it, a promise. The outline of the brother he wants to believe still exists. Here's the tragedy. That memory means everything to Fang Zheng, and almost nothing to Fang Yuan. It's a ghost of a relationship that only one of them believes still exists. On a reread, knowing who Fang Yuan truly is, the scene shifts. It isn't a prophecy. It isn't foreshadowing. It's wishful thinking, carved into a child's heart and carried far longer than it was ever meant to last. And then comes the moment that breaks him. Fang Zheng learns that Fang Yuan's aptitude isn't low, or average, or merely decent. It's 10 extreme. A once-in-a-century, destiny-shattering talent. A gap so wide it's not a difference in ability, it's a difference in kind. And Fang Zheng's entire body responds like it's been hit by something physical. He collapses. He claws at his own throat. He screams. He begs the universe to explain why a brother he's been trying to catch up to his whole life was standing on a mountain far above him. It isn't jealousy. That's the mistake readers often make. It's the collapse of a worldview.
Every attempt to save his brother, every appeal to conscience, every remembered kindness, none of it ever stood a chance. He wasn't failing to reach his brother. He was the only one still participating in that relationship. So what do we do with Fang Zheng? Is he naive? Maybe. Too gentle for the goo world? Almost certainly. But that isn't the whole truth. Fang Zheng believes 3 things. And in this world, all 3 are dangerous. That family should feel like family. That goodness should mean something. And that if you try hard enough, the world will meet you halfway. Reverend Insanity dismantles those beliefs one by one. Not with cruelty, but with indifference. Like a system correcting an error. And yet, even after everything, Fang Zheng does not become what this world rewards. He doesn't grow cynical. He doesn't grow calculating. He doesn't harden into someone unrecognizable. He keeps protecting others. He keeps trying to do what feels right.
He never becomes cold. He just becomes wounded. And sometimes, that is more tragic than death.
Fang Yuan adapts perfectly. Fang Zheng does not. And that's why Fang Yuan survives, and Fang Zheng suffers. Because Fang Yuan is clarity without compassion. Fang Zheng is compassion without clarity. And in a universe like this, compassion without clarity doesn't make you noble. It makes you break, slowly, quietly, and in a way no one else bothers to notice. If this way of reading Reverend Insanity makes sense to you, you're welcome to stay. Until then,